In this video, we'll be covering the Greek alphabet. The first letter of the alphabet is a vowel, alpha. It is the equivalent of the Greek letter A. It's pronounced A. Alpha. Let's write this. Alpha. The second letter is a consonant, vita. The capital letter is like a capital B in English, and the lowercase letter is a, let me draw that, is a thinner version of a B, more loopy, with a tail at the end sticking out from underneath the line. I'll just spell these out phonetically. Vita. The third letter is another consonant, gamma. Capital is a upside down L in English, and the lowercase is kind of like a Y. We can transliterate it as gamma, but it's not a G sound, it is a G. But we'll go over pronunciation later. The fourth letter is another consonant, delta. Capital is a triangle, and the lowercase is, it's like a D, but it is loopy at the top. Delta. It makes a V sound. Let's do that here. The sounds that these make: an A, a V. Let's make that better. V. I'll just call this R like this. I don't exactly know how to transliterate this. This is, as opposed to TH, which can be pronounced th and the in English, I'm just going to put DH to make this the hard the. So I guess we can, like that, this sound here. The third letter is another vowel, epsilon. The capital is just a regular capital E in English, and the lowercase is a backwards 3. Epsilon. And it makes an E sound. The fourth letter is zeta. The capital is just a regular Z, and the lowercase is a curly, I guess it has the same kind of shape as a Z does, but it's curvy, and below the line it does a curve. Zeta. And it makes a Z sound. Let's move this up. The next letter, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta. Eta is another vowel. The capital is just looks like a regular English H, and the lowercase is, it looks like an N, but the tail end of it sticks below the line. Let's transliterate this as eta, and it makes an E sound. The next letter is a consonant, theta. It's a capital is a circle with a line in it, and the lowercase is a thinner version of that with a line in it. So this one's thicker, this one's thinner. Theta. Theta. And it makes a th. Oops. Like thimble. This sound, thimble. The next letter is another vowel, and it is a iota. It is just straight up and down like a regular I would be, and the lowercase is an I without a dot, and the tail end is slightly curved to the right. Iota. And this also makes an E sound, just like the eta does. So this and this make the same sound. The next letter is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa. It is, the capital looks like a K, and the lowercase also looks like a K, but without the long line that we have in English. So they're identical, just one smaller. Kappa, and it makes a K sound. The next letter is lambda. The lambda and delta looks the same, except the delta has a line completing the triangle at the bottom. Lambda does not have that base line. And the lowercase is a curved line this way and a line sticking out the side to the left. Lambda. Lambda. It makes a L sound. Kappa, lambda, mi. The next is another consonant, mi. The capital looks identical to a capital M in English, and the lowercase begins with a U and then a small tail at the end, and then on this side we extend the line down below the line. This is mi, and it makes, predictably, a M sound. The next letter is another consonant, ni. The capital is identical to the capital N in English. The lowercase is an English V. It is ni, and it is pronounced as an N. The next letter, lambda, mi, ni, xi. The next letter is a xi. It's 3 lines. The first line is longer. The middle line is centered centered on that long top line, and then the bottom line is the same length as the top line. This lowercase looks similar to a zeta. Let me bring that back a bit. Except instead of one curve, as you can see, the zeta here has one long curve. This one has 2 smaller curves. 2 smaller curves. Otherwise, they're identical. So x. This is a xi. I'll just write it with a K and an S. Xi. And it makes a x sound. Oops. X. The next letter we have is an omicron. It's exactly like the letter O in English. Omicron. And it makes an O sound. The next letter is a P. It's a rectangle with the bottom missing, and then the lowercase is a similar shape. These 2 vertical lines are closer together, and the ends of this horizontal line are sticking out both sides. B, or I will B, and it makes a P sound. P, ro. The next letter is a ro. It looks like a capital P, and then the lowercase is also looks like a lowercase p, but it doesn't have this line that we have in English here. It's a continuous line. Ro. Oops. Yeah, ro. Ro. And it makes an R sound. The next letter is a sigma. Sigma. The lowercase is a circle with a line sticking to the right, but there's also a terminal version of this letter, meaning there's a version of this letter that has a different form if it falls at the very end of a word, and we'll have examples of that later. But it looks like an S. It just sticks out the bottom of the line. So if this is the line, it goes underneath the line. So this is a sigma. Sigma. And it makes an S sound. The next letter is a taf. So the capital looks like a T, and the lowercase looks like a mini T, but the tail is curved. It looks just like a iota, but with a line on top. Taf. I guess I'll just spell it like this. Taf. And it sounds like the letter T. T. The next letter is an ypsilon. The capital looks like a Y, a capital Y. And the lowercase looks like a lowercase u in English, but without the line here. Ypsilon. I guess I'll just follow the convention and spell it with a Y. Ypsilon. That's an ypsilon. And it makes another E sound. So this is the third E that we have in the Greek language. So this is a vowel. So following our convention, everything with this little asterisk here is pronounced the same way. The next letter we have is a phi. It's a circle with a line through it like this, and it sits on the line. And the lowercase is a smaller version of that, and it sits on the line here, like so. And it is a phi. I guess I'll just keep using PHs here. Phi. And it makes a F sound. Taf, ypsilon, phi, he. The next letter is a H. It's a he. This X sits on the line like a capital X does in English, and the lower case is an X who sits on the line as so. But it is not pronounced X, because we already have a X, and that is the Xi up above. This is he, and it is pronounced as a letter H. H, H. The next letter, and the second last letter, is psi. It makes a ps sound, and it sits on the line like this. And the lower case is almost identical to it, except it's smaller. This vertical line sticks up above these two smaller lines, and this longer line sits below the line. Psi, and it makes a ps sound, ps together. Now the last letter is omega. Omega. The capital omega can be written in different ways. It can be written like this. It can be written like this. It can even be written like this, which is less common. But let's just, for sake of, I don't know how you say, simplicity, let's just use this one. You can use either of these, any one of these three you can use, any of them, but I'm going to use this one. The lowercase version is a curvy W, and this, so we said it's called omega, and it makes the sound O, exactly as the Omicron up above. So I'll make a star here, and where's O? So these two make the same sound. So we have our 24 letters.